Welcome to the social science class. Before we are going to the lesson, I would like to ask a few questions. Children, how many continents in the world? And name them. Yes, my children, there are 7 continents in the world. They are North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Antarctica, Australia and Africa. Last year, in 6th standard, how many continents you have studied? Yes, you studied about 2 continents. They are Europe and Asia. Okay, this year we will be learning about North America and South America. Let us see about North America. North America. North and South America are often referred to as the New World because they were discovered in the last 15th century. In 1492, North America was discovered by Christopher Columbus while he was trying to find a new sea route to India. The landmass was named America in 1507 after the Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci, who landed on the continent. In this lesson, we can learn location boundaries, relief features, river climate, natural vegetation, minerals and transportation. The continent of North America lies between 7° north and 84° north latitude, which lies entirely in the northern hemisphere. Longitudinally, it extends between 53° west and the 180° west and lies entirely in the western hemisphere. The continent has a great longitudinal extent which results in 7 time zones. Boundaries. North America is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean in the west, the Atlantic Ocean in the east, Arctic Ocean in the north, and South America in the south. The North America is joined with the South America by the Isthmus of Panama. Isthmus means a narrow stretch of land joining 2 large land masses. The Bering Strait separates North America from Asia. Strait means a narrow stretch of water joining 2 large water bodies. Let us see political division. North America is the 3rd largest continent next to Asia and Africa. North America has 3 large countries and several smaller ones. Canada is largest country of North America, followed by the United States of America and Mexico. The 7 small countries which lies to the south of Mexico are referred to as Central America. Physiography. North America is a continent of great physical diversity. Mount McKinley is about 6,194 meters above the sea level and is the highest peak. Death Valley is about 86 meters below the sea level and is the lowest part of the continent of North America. It has some some of the oldest and the youngest rocks in the world. On the basis of physiography, North America can be classified into the following physical division: the Rocky Mountains, the Great Plains, Appalachian Highlands, and the Coastal Plain. The Rocky Mountains. The western part of the continent is occupied by long ranges of folded mountains interspersed with high plateaus, narrow valleys, and broad interior basins. This mountain range extends from about 4,800 km from Alaska in the north to the Panama Strait in the south. The width varied from 110 to 480 kilometers. There are parallel ranges are known as the Rockies in the east and the Coast Range Mountains in the west. The Great Plains. To the east of the Rockies and the west of the Appalachian Mountains lies the Great Plains of North America. It covers about 3/5 of the continent. This plain stretches from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Gulf of Mexico in the south and from the Appalachian Highlands in the east to the Rockies in the west. The western part of the plains is called the High Plains, spreading roughly over the foothills of the Rockies. Most of the rivers of this region have their sources in the western highlands, and the plains generally slope eastwards and southwards. They are drained by rivers like the Mississippi and the Missouri. The Appalachian Highlands. The Appalachian Highlands do not form a continuous chain like the Western Highlands, that is, the Rocky Highlands. These highlands are low and wide. They have a very few peaks more than 1,800 meters. They include the high plateaus of Greenland, Labrador in Canada, and the Appalachian Mountains in the United States. These old fold mountains are down by weathering and are much lower than the Western Highlands. This region is rich in mineral reserves like coal, iron ore, copper, etc., which play a vital role in the Northern American economy. The coastal plains. The coastal plains of North America are the youngest in age. Most of the Atlantic plain has been drowned, that is, lie underwater. This is low and relatively plain area with sandy soil which is infertile in nature. Here, swamps and marshes are abundant, and the coast is by river mouth and bays on which many important seaports are located. Let us see about drainage. Many rivers flows across this land, and some of them following the valley are formed by the glaciers. The Mississippi and Missouri rivers are the longest rivers in the North America, and together they form the fourth longest river system in the world and stretching more than 6,114 km from Montana to Gulf of Mexico. After 3,700 km running, the Missouri River joins the Mississippi River. The Mackenzie River is the second largest drainage basin of North America. It has its sources from Great Slave Lake and drains into Arctic Ocean. Climate. The vast latitudinal extent from the tropics to the polar regions makes the climate of North America as varied as that of Asia. Unlike the Himalayas, the Rockies run north to south, which do not form climatic barrier and do not prevent the icy winds from the Arctic region and penetrating the central plains, which therefore have a very long cold winter and very short hot summer. Precipitation occurs due to cyclonic storms. The Arctic region is cold and mostly dry and has a very short summers and a very long, bitterly cold winter. As one proceeds southwards, the short summers become warm but the winters are very cold. The central plains have extreme climate from freezing condition in winter to tropical heat in summer. The south is usually warm all the year round, and the region around the mouth of the Mississippi, Missouri and the Gulf of Coast have summer rain from the northeast trades which blow on shore in summer. Let us see about natural vegetation. North America is endowed with a diverse and extensive forest cover. Approximately 30% of the total land area is under forest cover. Lumbering is a well-developed industry, particularly in Canada. North America is a major producer of timber, plywood, wood pipe and paper. It accounts for approximately 20% of the world's production of timber. This diversity is brought about primarily because of the different latitudes and variation in altitude, soil and precipitation. Agriculture. Though least proportion of the total workforce is engaged in agriculture, America's agriculture is most productive in the world. Extensive agriculture system is practiced in Canada and USA. Both Canada and USA are the major exporter of wheat than the other countries of the world. Wheat, corn that is maize, oats, soya bean, barley and many other food crops are grown throughout the vast interior plains. Wheat. Wheat was introduced by European settlers in North America. It is grown extensively in the prairies of North America. North America is the largest exporter of wheat. Vast wheat producing area are called wheat belt. Maize. It is the native food crop of North America, which is the main staple food grains in Mexico. It is grown in southern prairies. North America produces more than half of the world total maize. Barley and oats. These are temperate crops which withstand cold climate and need less water. The barley is grown in the United States and are produced in Minnesota, North Dakota, and Washington. Barley and oats is used as cattle fodder. Cotton. Cotton grows well in southern and western states and it is dominated in Texas, California, Mississippi, south of the prairies and the Mexico. Warm summer with frequent rainfall and fertile soil are favorable conditions for growth of cotton crop. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is cultivated along the Gulf of Mexico, part of Central America and West Indies. It is an important cash crop of West Indies. Cuba is known as the sugar bowl of the world. I think you know about it, and it is the world's largest exporter of sugar. Soya beans. It is raised in the same area where maize is grown. It is used for extraction of edible oil. Potatoes and sugar beet. Prairies region, North Dakota and Minnesota are the producers of sugar beets and potatoes. Sugar beet is used for making sugar. Potato and sugar beet are used to feed cattle and pigs. Fruits. Mainly citrus fruits are cultivated in Texas, California, Great Lakes regions and St. Lawrence Valley. The important fruits of North America are cranberries, blueberries, Concord grapes, strawberries, gooseberries and the other fruits. Cattle rearing. Cattle rearing are carried on a commercial scale in the drier parts of the prairies in the southwestern part of United States. Vast herds of cattle and sheep are kept on large ranges. North America is the largest producer of meat and about 1/4 of the world production. Dairy farming. It refers to rearing cattle for milk. It is an important industry of USA and Canada. North America produces about 25% of the world total milk and dairy products. Fisheries. Fishing is locally important in the seas around the continent. Grand Bank is one of the world's best fishing grounds. It is located in the island of Newfoundland in Canada. Let us see about minerals. North America has rich mineral resources. North America is the leading producer of iron ore, petroleum, natural gas, copper, silver, sulfur, zinc, bauxite and magnesium. Lead and uranium are the other important minerals. North America has vast deposits of oil and natural gas. The United States, Canada and Mexico are among the world's top oil producers. Let us know about industries. North America has plenty of resources and is needed for industrial development. Industries are highly concentrated in the northeastern part of the continent because of large minerals deposits like coal, iron, ore, etc., and good transportation network like roads, railways, and canals. The United States is one of the most industrialized country in the world. Industry contributes about 25% of gross national product. The United States ranks first in iron and steel industry. They used the latest technology in developing their industries. Let us see about major industries in North America. First, iron and steel industry. The North American continent is the world's most important iron and steel industrial center. Iron and steel industries require iron ore, coal, and cheap transportation. Heavy engineering industries. Industries which require heavy and bulky raw materials using enormous amounts of power, involvement of huge investment and large transport costs are called heavy industries. These industries depend heavily on the iron and steel industry. The important heavy industries are automobile industries, aircraft industries, shipbuilding industries, railway wagon industries, and farm equipment industries. USA is the largest producer of automobiles. Wood pulp and paper industry. About 50% of the world's wood pulp and newsprint is produced by North America. Canada is the largest producer and exporter of all kinds of paper in the world. Paper industries are particularly concentrated in Ontario and Canada. Textiles industry. The textiles industry includes the manufacturing of all textile like cotton, woolen, and synthetic. The United States is the largest producer of cotton textiles. The cold and wet climate of the area is most suitable for spinning and weaving as the urn does not break frequently. The woolen textile industries are located in the east of the Allegheny Plateau. North America is the second largest producer of synthetic fibers. Rayon and other synthetic fibers are made up of cellulose obtained from wood pulp. Meat packing industry. This is an important industry in Canada and USA where cattle rearing is done on a large scale in the prairies. Let us see about population. Most of the people in North America are descendants of settlers from other parts of the world. The first among them were the Europeans, arrived in the 16th century. Today, the small groups of Native Americans that remain have their own territories and followed a traditional way of life. North America has about 4.77% of the total world's population. The largest country by land area is Canada. The largest city by population is Mexico City. The population density is about 20% per square kilometer. Densely populated areas. Eastern part of North America, Great Lakes region, Florida, California, Mexico, and Central America are the mostly densely populated areas. Moderate populated areas, sparsely populated areas, and language and regions. Most of the people speak English, Spanish, and French. Various faiths have been a major influence of culture, philosophy, and law. Between them, 80% of the people follow Christianity. United States of America is known as melting pot, where hundreds of different culture meet, blend, and creating a new culture. Let us see about transport. North America has developed a well-designed network of roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. First, roadways. North America, especially USA and Canada, have the best laid roadways in the world. The superways or freeways make traveling easy and fast. The Pan American highways run from Alaska in the far northwest to Panama in the south. Railways. North America is extensively served by an efficient network of railway, transcontinental railways, and trans-Canadian railways are linked the east and west coast of Canada and United States. The New York Railway Junction is one of the busiest railway station in the world. Waterways. The Great Lakes region along St. Lawrence and Mississippi rivers are the most important inland waterways in North America. New York is the most important port along the east coast. Vancouver and San Francisco are important ports on the west coast of North America. Panama Canal. In 1914, a canal was cut across the Isthmus of Panama for 80 kilometers along with connects the Atlantic with Pacific Ocean. It greatly reduced the distance between Europe and the west coast of North and South America. Airways. Airways provide invaluable means of transport. All the cities and industrial centers in North America are linked by airways. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Toronto, Montreal, and Mexico City are some of the international airports in North America. Let us know about trade in North America. North America exports a lot of agriculture and industrial products. The main exports are industrial machinery, automobile, paper, fish, wheat, bananas, meat, aircraft, telecom equipments, chemical, plastics, fertilizers, wood bulb, timber, crude oil, natural gas, aluminum, nickel, and lead. The countries of North America imports include coffee, cocoa, sugar, textiles, iron ore, and electronic goods. The countries of Europe, Japan, China, and India are the major trading partners.